There are no more barriers to cross. All I have in common with the uncontrollable and the insane, the vicious and the evil, all the mayhem I have caused and my utter indifference toward it, I have now surpassed. My pain is constant and sharp, and I do not hope for a better world for anyone. In fact, I want my pain to be inflicted on others. I want no one to escape. But even after admitting this, there is no catharsis. My punishment continues to illuminate, and I gain no deeper knowledge of myself. No new knowledge can be extracted from my telling. This confession has meant nothing.
just realized that I was muted that entire time. You love to see it. Thank you guys so much for the resubs. I appreciate you. I just did a whole intro. I am the big silly boy tonight. I'm so sorry, you guys. Ted, thank you for the resub. Thank you so much for 10 months. Jen, thank you for 6 months resub. Thank you guys. So much love to both of y'all. So much appreciated. Yeah, we got brains. Everybody else here has more brain cells than me, apparently. So, with that being said, let's get a little bit of a recap going, if y'all wouldn't mind. Let's reintroduce our. Oh my goodness, Hype Train. Will, thank you for the resub, dude. 12 months. Let's fucking go. Hell yeah, Dreadlord Skull's up in this bitch, bro. Thank you, dude. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness, you guys are way too kind to me. Thank you very much. Let's introduce the characters, and then once we've introduced the characters, we'll go through a recap of everything that's happened so far. The supernatural, the story so far recap, as it's come to be called. Whoever wants to start us off, introducing your character and what have you.
Sure, I'll go ahead. So I am playing Damocles. I am our smartass, less than loved sorcerer. Mostly a spirit warden, kind of a force against ghosts and demons more than anything else.
Hell yeah. Sorry, Natalie, need for something? Fantastic, thank you.
Yeah, I am the favorite yokai, the best magic caster in our whole entire party. Definitely not smartass and way more than loved. Playing our tech person / kinda sometimes does magic when needs to person, but I'm really only here just to give Damocles a hard time. I feel like that's yokai's sole purpose right now. So, what we're doing.
Sole reason for existence, totally fair, totally fair. Wonderful, thank you for being here. And Balder.
Yeah, Klaus playing Balder, the face of the group, grizzled, older, former gang member and criminal, current, more shady guy, but still tends to do things for the greater good when it needs to be done, and got some big robot arms and plenty of illicit substances to hand out.
Hell yeah. Awesome. Well, good deal, good deal. Thank you for being here as well. Thank you to all my players. And let's get a recap going. Everybody will have an opportunity to get a reroll here. You might want it. Whoever wants to start us off.
Do we have a Jihan? Is that Jihan here?
I heard the ding. I heard it.
I'm here.
It's the homie. What's up, dude?
Hey, what's up, bud?
I got stuck in traffic.
It happens.
We are live, by the way, Jihan.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good, dude. Just want to make sure you know. Thank you for the Soul, because that completely slipped out of my mind. All right. Jihan, introduce your character, please, before we get into the recap.
Oh, sorry. I'm Nirvana, or I'm Jihan. I'm playing Nirvana. I'm the sharpshooter / stealthy boy. He's a native of Seattle. He loves his city. He loves his team, especially Balder.
Oh, hell yeah. Sick. Well, thank you for being here, Jihan. Yeah, very good, very good. Let's get a recap going. Everybody can contribute. Everybody can get themselves a reroll. Whoever wants to start us off with from the very beginning of the series back in the first season. It doesn't have to be all the important it doesn't have to be all the nitty gritty. You can just do like the story beats. It's fine.
Well, so a long time ago, in a subway car far below the city of Seattle, there was a group of friends, you know, hanging out, doing hood rat shit. And the hood rat shit just happened to be fighting the forces of evil, essentially, you know, cyber Nazis and all of their fun stuff. We like it. You had Hanan, which is my previous character as pilot / tech person, Baldur, who hasn't been dead yet. We had Balaam, who went out in a blaze of glory, and still Nirvana, who also hasn't been dead yet. And we met some sinners, we did some jobs, we lost some friends, and then we got into season 2. So we did.
Accurate. Yep. Sweet. Okay. What has happened in season 2? Somebody pick up the mantle. Get yourself a reroll there.
So after all that happened, we took care of Harrison. He was the bad guy from last season. And then we came back healed, but the city has changed, you know. The police are everywhere. They're looking for us. And it's a bit different, so we're more careful with what we do now. You gotta take certain steps, you know. There's more magic, or dark magic, to be precise. The sinners are moving, and we're here to stop them, you know.
Yeah. Very good. Take yourself a reroll as well. Both of y'all have earned yourself one. Any other details that anybody would like to contribute? Doesn't have to be in chronological order.
I got nothing major to add.
No, I think that covers it. I think, I guess the one thing we can add is that this season we've had these rituals cropping up, you know, all over the city that we've been tracking down and trying to put a stop to. We had an encounter with Sinner 003 and a big old techno demon something or other thing. We've, you know, dealt with military forces, all this stuff, and now it's time to put an end to it.
Yeah, absolutely. Could not have said it better myself. Well, wonderful job, everybody. Thank you very much for the contributions. Enjoy your rerolls, because tonight's a shit show. Finale time, folks. As we start the session, we come in on the subway, the old abandoned station under the city. All of you, I assume, are making ready for what has been culminated to the final endeavor here. About 6 hours ago, Vixie had called you all into the meeting room when she had arrived. She said that there was some weird type of delineation between the magic and the the technological, not technocratic, that's a different thing, technological fields, and it's basically been 6 hours of her grinding on the computer until she finally has traced the location, and she has now displayed it for everyone to see in the center of the table off the hologram.
So she's called us in to check out what she has on the hologram?
Yeah, basically.
Right. So I'm gonna go in there.
I mean, yeah, I figure I'll go in as well, but I'm not really a leader type, so I'm gonna let someone else run the show.
Yeah. Assuming everyone goes in or does not, either way, whoever is there, Vixie begins saying that I really do not like how this is looking. All of the rituals that you disrupted over the past couple of weeks, the one especially with the spawn of something from out of space, I truly believe that we might be onto a particular fold in space and time here.
That doesn't sound great. Not gonna lie.
I don't know where it would lead to. I can't even begin to harness a guess, but if the last outing was any indication, can't assume it's good.
Like time travel.
It could be very well anything.
I'm not sure if time travel is the biggest of our worries, if we're having space and time rips. I don't know. The end of existence as we know it could happen. That's a thing.
I traced the outbreaks in a specific pattern. It looks like everything around this central spire, 02. That's the tallest one here in the entirety of the city. Something at the very top of it, it must have been arranged. I can only begin to wager. It's the top floors of this spire are owned by the military themselves. It's going to be insanely well guarded. You may very well need to bring in every gun you have, every favor you can call on. This is it, folks.
Well, that doesn't sound good at all.
Yeah, you know, Vixie, when you called us in, you could have just said, hey, doom impending, come in here so I can ruin your evening for you. That would have been, I don't know, less shock factor than gather your guns. It's gonna be a big one. Just throwing that out there, friend.
Oh, I'm sorry, am I harshing your vibe?
You are.
Just something to keep in mind when the next pseudo-apocalypse approaches, Vixie. You know, just keep it in mind for that.
Next one. Right.
Yeah.
Of course. As I said, if it's anything like what we experienced at the last thing, I can only imagine that it will be more of those creatures or worse.
Well, if we're calling in all the guns, are you going to ride along for a little adventure, Toots? Because it'd be nice to have you on a job for once.
She kind of like looks at you for a moment. Somebody's going to have to hack the spire they've set up. I don't know if you're going to do it.
I'm going to give a look. Yeah,
So, let's think of this. Last time we tried to get the drop on the roof of a well-guarded building, things didn't exactly go smoothly, but we did succeed. Not exactly sure we want to take that same approach, though, because lacked a little bit of elegance and grace.
Subtlety may be our best bet, I agree.
yeah, I think we've pretty much tried it all. Going into the party, going in from the roof, going up from the basement, sneaking in through the windows. I think we've covered all the bases, so whichever one you think's gonna work best. Sneaky boy stuff, probably.
We can just demolish the building. Send
Well,
in a demolition crew.
remember?
That is a very, very big building. Let's not do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it didn't stop the summoning circle last time we demolished a building. It just crumbled around the circle, and some people had to run away, some people had to blow up their robot bodies. Do you remember? Or no?
I recall some blowing up.
Vixie,
Yes.
how many floors does the military own and control up there?
The top 10.
What's below them?
Servicing, manufacturing for our VTOLs, other types of hangars and equipment bays, munition storage.
You said other VTOLs.
Military mostly. They rent them out from the Jaeger Corporation.
Maybe
I
I can.
wonder if Hanan could ghost the bird in for repairs.
1 second, what were you saying, Gian?
Oh, I said maybe I can call in a few favors for my military buddies. Get us in to the party.
Some big favors. They're risking their jobs and whatnot.
They won't talk when they're dead.
Falsifying documentation could get a number of you in through the VTOL hangars. It would be up to you to make your way to the top floors. For the others, if you have an idea that may actually get you in Nirvana, how many people do you think you might be able to bring with you?
4.
It's pretty reckless, but if you think you can bring that many people, then it may very well be worth it.
I mean, I'm up for other ideas. But, I don't know, knowing that the floors underneath where we need to be are servicing VTOLs and military hovercraft, I think Hanan having the VTOL and it being, you know, modeled around military craft, it's probably might be our safest way to rock in.
We get some soundproof headphones and some jumpsuits. We'll fit right in.
Good work.
Well, if I slide in a little bit of money, can we get some halfway decent gear and falsified documents, Vixie? Do you think you can hook some of that up?
I have sources.
He is going to like pop onto his little pad really quick, do a couple of clicks, and he's sending Vixie 3 new yen.
Shit. Oh, shit. Okay. Yes. We'll get it done.
Mate. Perfect.
Well, I believe that's the detail and whatnot worked out, folks.
Oof, this is gonna be ugly.
Well, so my thought is, right, gentlemen, I have chameleon skin, which allows me, within my other nature abilities, allows me to pretty much be silent and not visible. Balder, I think your face probably should not be the one visible in the military stuff, because I'm sure you're probably on a bunch of military detail posters for tossing the captain from the VTOL itself. That was probably something that pissed him off. I'm not saying that I didn't like it because I thought it was I'm just saying they probably didn't like it, and your face is probably one recognized. So you'll probably need to ghost with me. Damocles and Nirvana, you could probably ride in shotgun Nirvana. You've got enough military previous experience to be able to walk the walk and talk the talk in the hangar while you're getting around and handing over paperwork. Damocles has some smarty pants brain cells to make things happen while accompanying you and such. And I think Balder and I could slip a vent while you get the VTOL checked in and head up another way. That'll give us time to hack systems, shut shit down, and get you grids and maps and a plan. Well, a layout for a plan. I have that much figured out. The rest of it, I'm gonna let you boys brain it out because you're really good at blowing shit up. So
Start blasting.
So anyways, I started blasting.
don't think we're gonna be able to walk in the front door with the face again after our last military encounter. I don't know who we're gonna run into that Nirvana knows up in that direction. Any of Harrison's, flunkies, things like that. So having him go in face first, terrible idea. And Damocles, you and I are too squishy to go in face first. So
Sounds like an idea.
I'm just pinning things on a board like a heist for GTA. Like that's what it looks like in the meeting room right now. Maps.
Makes sense to me.
It's all there.
So yokai is rolling is what I'm getting.
I like that. I like that pitch.
Hey, she said bring all the guns. That means that I had to fire more than 2 brain cells to make guns happen.
All right. I think with that, we're ready for the engagement, folks. So you are definitely contending with some people above your station here. You are dealing with the military. There is going to be at least one enemy agent that you know of that's going to be working against you because you tied them in before and they did not get iced. I will leave who that is in the mystery background. If you can figure it out beforehand, then good on you.
I don't know, we've got a couple that didn't get iced or did and are back. So
I know of one specifically that would have a reason to be here.
Oh, the Cyclops.
Either that or Freak. Because we didn't come across Freak last week and he was included in engagement.
Harrison's body double.
Alright, engagement. Engagement roll. So... what?
Who's bringing in friends?
Oh, I'm bringing Maple.
Okay.
Maple will give us all the drugs we need. All the what are they using? Cyberpunk Stimpack, or is that Fallout?
Sure. She gives you some kind of like, we'll say like finger length auto injector that can automatically reduce the harm of an effect by 1 level.
That's pretty good.
I would like to have people close, but I do not want anybody else in the VTOL with me personally. Aside from, I will have Traveler, but I would like my cult actually to be within vicinity for when shit goes sour.
Okay, so are they going to be included on the?
I haven't. This would be the first
Engagement
time I'm saving them for the finale to be able to use them for that. So.
Cool.
They can be if you want them to be. I don't care. You're the boss, not me.
If you use them as part of the engagement role, that means that they're helping you infiltrate or get around and get in. If you're adding them to the roster, but you're not adding them to the dice pool for that, then you can call on them later on, basically.
I want to chuck them on the roster to call on them later if we need, or when we need.
A cohort.
Even if they have to be some cannon fodder, so 1 less harm on one of us is fine with me.
Alden?
Use my bodyguards in the engagement role.
Okay.
I've got a crew of ruthless bodyguards that can get some work done, and I've got quite a few of them. So I'm gonna have them doing some work to help ease things up on us. Maybe pull some distraction from the military, so they're looking elsewhere at things.
Very good. Okay, so we are currently at 2, so we are back to 1. We went -1, and then we added 1 for Maple, and then 1 for the cohort. Anything else that we're adding before we make the roll? All right.
I think we do have anything. All right, so just 1d6.
Yep.
Do you want me to roll it? Because typically we go with, if you formulated the plan, you're screwed with a dice roll. All right. Oh, thank God.
A 5.
That hung out on a 1 for a second or two.
Yeah.
I saw
That hung
that.
out on a 1 for approximately 3 whole minutes, as far as I felt.
Yeah, I let go of the golden hand of fate, and I saw it teetering, and in my head, when I let it go, I'm like, it's gonna be a 1 or a 2, and then it was sitting, and I'm just like, 5. Booyah. Thank you. I'll take it.
Wonderful. All right. Well, with that, let's get into it. So as we see the parties kind of simultaneously arriving, we can make out the VTOL kind of being escorted through by these drones with like these winking lights into a hangar bay. At the same time that we can see Nirvana and his old contact in the military, like passing off like a key card and just like heading towards the exit door, just like very subtly. I assume Nirvana makes their way to the elevators, and yeah,
I'm gonna be with Nirvana as well, because I'm not leaving him alone. He's not leaving me alone, as far as I care. I would like the man with the big guns next to me. Thank you very much.
And Yokai wanted to be solo in the VTOL, right? So I should probably be with Nirvana, or...
No, I think you and I are supposed to go in Ghost.
Okay, yep.
And they're going to go in the VTOL
Okay.
because Nirvana has walked the walk, talk the talk military stuff. And Damocles is able to supernaturally protect Nirvana because he doesn't have... I think it's good to have one soup in each group. That makes sense.
got it.
Good point.
All right. So the first thing that you encounter, a security checkpoint. They do seem to be on a pretty certain alert here. There's no clock for it, but it is something that you're going to need to kind of figure out how you guys are going to get past. So the security checkpoint would be like a laser gridded, top and sided, like kind of metal tunnel with all manner of cybernetic detectors, metal detectors, MRI machines, everything that they would need to detect anybody who might be coming in with some stuff that they aren't supposed to.
I would like to say that between the codes and things that Vixie was able to get for us and using Hanan and the VTOL, that I'll still roll for it, but using those things, we were able to get the cybernetic coding that we needed into the VTOL before we left, so that way when we get through the grids, when we get to the security checkpoints, that it reads us as somebody that's supposed to be there, and it pops our maintenance ticket in the screen, or however they do it whenever you're going in, upon registering that number.
Yeah, that would be the forged documents that that Vixie got for you guys. Yeah, so that would certainly give you a bonus die to this pool.
Alright, I'll roll this. What are we at? Controlled, desperate, risky.
You're in currently a risky. It is inherently a risky thing that you are doing, and then it would be standard effect. That's rough.
I have a thing. I have a reroll.
You want to use that now?
Yeah, I'm not rolling this into the beginning of this with some bullshit.
2, 2, and a 3. Okay.
Oh,
You're gonna get 3 1s like I did twice that one game.
you shut your filthy whore mouth.
You brought me along with, and I give you my luck.
No,
Ooh,
that
or
is
you'll
a crit.
crit.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for recap reroll.
Yeah, absolutely. The documents go through. Go ahead and narrate your success for us.
Yeah, so upon us coming in, because we're all there, it's just Damocles and Nirvana in the driver's and passenger seat. We'll have Baldur and I in the back getting ready to drop right before, we get into the hangar. When we approach, whenever they start scanning the VTOL and things, you'll hear a very familiar Hanan voice as it sends, computer code signals to them. It's very Star Wars, give us your codes sort of situation, and they say them, and then they move their clearance to the hangar bay. And then right before we go into the hangar bay, Baldur and I will drop right there at the bay doors, so we can move opposite of
Wonderful.
the others.
Yeah, so very stealthily, we see you probably turn invisible halfway through the air, and yeah, absolutely. The VTOL has a couple of technicians come wheel a ramp up to it. They like plug it into get like fuel levels and coolant and all that good stuff. As the yokai and Balder, as the folks on the right side of my screen, begin making their way stealthily to the other side of the room, what do you and Nirvana do, Damocles?
Ooh, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start scanning the area, like not with a scanner or anything, but just keeping an eye out, looking for anything suspicious or unusual. Kind of keep my head on a swivel. I do have my cybernetic eyes, but I'm not going to be ramping them up to like active scanning levels. Just putting them on maximum kind of awareness level, I guess.
Cool, wonderful. Give it to us, dude.
What's that?
You said you're gonna be making a roll or no?
I would kind of like to roll survey to see if I can notice any vulnerabilities or anything we can exploit on our way in.
Awesome, yeah.
All right, that's a risky standard.
Yeah, I would say that you are in a risky standard position.
Sure. I got one die for this. Let's see how it goes. Nope, that didn't go well at all. Shit. Sorry.
Nothing seems to be out of order.
Okay.
There's people moving in and out of the hangar. A lot of people just going about their jobs, doing their day-to-day stuff. Everything is pretty low key for how tight you expected security to be.
Okay. Cool. I will pass the all clear to the team then. I'll tell everyone, looks like we are in the clear. We are good to go.
From our hidden point of first, section, I need to get the layout out and get into the grid. Balder, if you wouldn't mind keeping an eye on this janitor closet door so I can exit my body, that would be dope, friend.
Absolutely.
So I got a thing here, Mr. World.
Mm-hmm.
So I am going to enter the grid via emergent proxy, but from my fancy new Starchild spirit entity friend that I have captured, I am invisible to spiritual entities and may not be harmed by them. So when I land in the grid, any of their big bad demons don't see me there.
Wonderful. That's very helpful right now.
I would like to just land in the grid and get us the map to the big circle that we need to get gone. Because I am assuming that's what we're needing to do, is destroy the mother of all summoning circles with probably punk-ass magus there and all of that fun stuff.
Somebody's been paying attention. Go ahead and give us a roll.
Alright, so controlled desperate risky. We're in a closet.
This is you are invisible, so you are in a controlled position.
Perfect.
You are functionally invisible inside the net.
And standard?
Yeah, standard unless you start juicing it up.
Not juicing, nope. Just doing the emergent proxy and the dead zone and all of that fun stuff. Basically, I can see them, but they can't see me. Ah. 5. I'll take that 5.
Okay. So, you make landfall in the net. You can see that the space here where you are very used to seeing like a 3D gridded out area that kind of is like translucent, opaque, very easy to see through. The spatiality of it is completely and utterly fucked. Non-Euclidean in nature, like loops wrapping in over themselves, stairwells that lead up to nothing but more stairwells at the bottom of where they started. Everything is just totally fucked in here. What you can make out is at the very top of this like junction system, there is a green-blue light in a ring focused around a very large centralized something. It's hard to make out what it is in the cyberspace. If you had to wager a guess, it's probably like the lightning rod on top of the tower, which is weird because this thing is way above clouds, like significantly further above clouds. But with that being said, that is what you are able to find out. You are not seen while you do this. However, it certainly does make you very uneasy to be here. You will be taking a first level harm of dazed and confused.
Can I roll to resist that?
You certainly can.
Certainly can.
Only with one edge.
Actually, take advantage. That's fine. Yeah. So, am I able to get the technological mapping layout while being in here in the direction we need to go, at
Yeah.
least successfully, rather than, even if I can't figure out the rest of it, I can still kind of
Yeah.
map us like I usually do.
It all goes upwards in real space.
So when I come out of that, I'll do my normal first thing of sending the highlighted, blue highlight on the grid map that you see in your comm deck or whatever. And then I'm just going to look at Baldur and I'm going to say, not over my comms. This is a lot different than any of the other ones that we've been looking at. And I'm almost positive Magus is here.
Wonderful. Well, only one direction to go, and that's forward. So, if you got the way, do it.
All right.
Yep, we're gonna go up. We're gonna go to the vents and things, moving kind of out of sight, out of mind, while the other two are the ones that are seen moving in military uniform.
That sounds like cohort roles to me, kind of. Everybody's trying to stealthily get to where they're going, but you're going about it in two separate ways. So I would be in favor of, and you can tell me if you guys don't like this idea, both of you guys rolling cohort roles individually, like together on either side of my screen.
When you say cohort roles, are you talking about the roles for
Crew roll, the one where you roll the same skill.
Oh, a team roll. I thought you were talking about a cohort roll with
Pardon me.
the bodyguards and the cultists. Sure. What do you want us to roll? I'm down for it.
For you folks, it makes a lot of sense if you would pick a social one, seeing as how you are trying to socially navigate. And then for Baldur and Yokai, you guys are just trying to stealthily get through it, so Prowl makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, it's about the only one that does. He's afraid of that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and throw it out to you here, buddy friendo pal, but I got a nothing in body.
Yeah, I have nothing in Prowl, so
Same.
Yeah.
I have 0 prowl.
I am socially sneaky, not physically.
On the same sort of bad news, I've got nothing in socials.
Shoes on the other foot.
Oh my god.
So, my question on my prowl roll is, does my chameleon skin help out with that?
Yeah, I would say it would definitely give you bonus dice.
So I'll just roll in 1 dice instead of at disadvantage, right?
Yeah, instead of 2, take the lowest one.
And can I use my my cybernetic ear implants that let me hear minor sounds to help us avoid detection? So-
Yeah, I would let you say that gives you bonus dice as well.
All right, and I'm gonna push myself. Oh wait, nope, that's wrong. Don't you roll nothing? That's the wrong thing. Just ignore this.
So who's taking the edge for this, by the way?
Are we doing it as 2 separate groups or 1 group?
2 separate groups, we'll cut it in half.
I'll take the edge on my side.
I'll take edge on our side.
So
Yeah, I
one
was
each.
gonna say, if you can, that would be awesome because my magic stuff requires me to take edge.
Oh no, it's not one each. It's however many you are away from a success. Isn't that it?
It's for every person that rolls a failure, you get 1 stress.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, that one shouldn't be a failure. I went from 0 to 1, or 2 dice disadvantage to 1 die to 2 die with the stuff I put in. So
Got it.
technically, it's a partial success.
Good deal. Okay.
What do you want to roll, Damocles?
We're doing social. We're coming from military background. Let's call it command.
Command.
I know we've got nothing in it, either of us, so I'm going to push myself to get a die, at least.
Okay.
I'll do that too.
And which of you is taking the edge? You said Damocles is? Okay.
Damocles is. Failed on my part.
Oh, didn't you get 2 dice for pushing?
You get 1 die.
Because you're starting
You
at...
go from having the 2 at disadvantage to
Oh,
1 die at not.
okay. Oh crap.
Alright, I'll chalk up another stress there.
So here's the thing, folks. Not to Romeo and Juliet myself here, but you make it. But you're making it at a cost. Stealthily making your way up through the stairwell. It's, you know, a good few hundred feet of a trek, Yokai and Balder. And for the most part, it's entirely unscathed until about the time you get a floor away. You can hear some kind of metallic unfurling. And then the distinct sound of an active camo activating.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a thing here. I'm gonna spend 1 edge to disrupt nearby devices so that they are orphaned. Fuck that thing and whatever it's doing.
Okay, hold that thought and I will get back to you. Damocles, you and Nirvana are making pretty decent headway until about the same time. You're on an elevator, luckily for you, so no climbing of the stairs, but you feel this overwhelming tightening in your gut to the degree where it's like a solid brick just slammed square into your stomach. You can feel yourself like bile starting to come up the back of your throat, and these bloody tears begin to kind of come out of your eyes.
That's super not good. Is this just me, or is it me and Nirvana having the bloody tears thing go on?
When you look at Nirvana, he's like looking straight ahead, his face kind of shaking, twitching in place. The elevator light dims and flickers, and for a moment you can feel the entirety of it just stop.
Okay. So I'm going to reach out and kind of, I guess, shake Nirvana and say, we've got a problem.
Nirvana turns to face you immediately. His mouth is this long tube writhing out from underneath the military attire.
Oh, great. Fantastic. Love it.
His back is beginning to change rapidly and morph and deteriorate, and you can feel the pressure in the elevator substantially starting to increase. Well, I'll leave it up to you folks. Yokai, Damocles, you both have already kind of hinted at what you might like to do. Whichever of you would like to go first. Or Balder, that's fine. Whoever would like to go first.
I'm going to let Yokai take point on this while I look over a couple of things.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the thing that I said I'm gonna do and spend the 1 edge to expand my dead zone where it's not interfering with my friends, but it's interfering with anything else, causing nearby devices to be orphaned, and so any mechanical stuff that comes in my range. gets fucked, and supernatural shit can't see me.
That's incredibly good for you. There's a loud crashing sound as it instantly kind of becomes visible once it gets about 10 meters away from you. This huge, turning, almost sphere-like, multi-appendaged creature with these metallic rifts that spire off of it. As it comes turning downwards, it's just tearing holes in the stairwell until it slams down with like 6 of its legs wrapped around this huge well of stairs, screaming this lightning-like breath. Not hitting you yet, Balder, but it's like washing the ground all over you.
Balder is like leaping up onto railing, and he is going to try and just he is going to pull out his little sword from the last finale and everything, and he is going to try and just jam it inside this thing as hard as he can. So
Hell yeah, give it to us, dude.
I grab my little click medieval weapon. Well, with a normal load this time, no point in being too underprepared here. And let's see, we're gonna do a little fighty fight roll. And hiya.
Pog. How do you attack this creature? Please paint us a picture.
He is basically running up. He sees the lightning coming out of the mouth and this thing in the stairwell. He is leaping up off the ground and like grabbing hold of like stairwell parts and just trying to jam his sword right into the head where this mouth is opening up.
Oh, hell yeah. It looks like it's about to, like, try to unleash a volley of lightning onto you, and you're just too fast. You stab its, like, top of its head into, like, the lower half and, like, kind of pin it to the inside of the stairwell for a moment before it, like, wriggles and writhes and, like, pushes you off of it. The sword's still, like, pinning its mouth closed. It's trying to, like, blast you with lightning as it throws you off, but it's just coming out the sides, like, scoring the inside of this stairwell. And I think that would be a good time for us to switch to Nirvana, who is currently in this completely grayed out, hollowed out city. At the very top of the tallest building, there's this black cloud hanging above. Nirvana, you can feel all the billion dead souls beneath your feet crying out, "Why? Why didn't you save me?"
Can I answer?
Of course.
From what?
You were supposed to be our savior. Your bloodlust, your capacity for violence took over, and you abandoned us, and we all died because of you. As you look over the side of the building, you can see these people gathered en masse in the streets far, far below. You shouldn't be able to see them from up this high, but somehow each individual face is locking eyes with you, and you're able to see horrific ways in which all of these people met their end. Some skinned, some turned to ash, some just completely eviscerated. Why didn't you save us?
Ron's gonna talk over the comms and say what was in those enchiladas.
The comms are dead. There's only the static that greets you.
Oh crap.
Damocles?
Well,
Or Nirvana, whichever of you guys would like to make a roll here.
I want to ask a question. Is this a magical consequence?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we're just going to go ahead and expend my wards and ignore it.
So what does it look like when you place your wards onto Nirvana to rip himself? And you're kind of tangentially experiencing some fucked up shit just in the same the city?
Oh yeah. What it's going to look like is all of the scars on Damocles' face. They're going to glow with a little bit of silvery blue light, as well as all the tattoos. And that light is going to creep over his body, over his arm, and almost like flowing water and cables just run across to where I'm touching Nirvana's shoulder and just wash completely over him.
Very quickly, he re-solidifies. His mouth looks completely normal. His face
Great.
stops that violent twitching, and Nirvana, you are pulled out of this experience. And suddenly there's a ding, and the elevator doors open up to reveal a hallway littered with dead. Soldiers in their full battle rattle. Some of them look like they were like literally in a firing position when they were blasted by something and their shadow was cast over the wall.
Oh no.
Some of them have their weapons cut in half from what looks like they were trying to hold off something in melee, and then some of them are quite literally inside out, just splatted on the ground.
I turn to Damocles and say, that was one hell of a ride.
Yeah, I'm starting to really dislike elevators. They haven't done me any favors recently.
Balder, Yokai, this creature is mostly in its death throes. However, if you don't get a success here, at least a partial one, it might not go your way, as it is clambering after you. I assume you're probably making your way, running up the stairs. It's still got your sword in its head. What do you folks do?
Hey, Balder, how good are you with a gun?
Terrible.
Same. But I have Freak, who I have the code injector. I wonder if we could hit it with a blow dart. Freak can shut it down or take it over and handle that, and we can run away.
I can't blow a dart, but he holds out his hand as you're moving.
Oh, okay, I'll hand it to you.
He will just say, just keep moving, and he turns around and rushes that thing,
Oh man.
intending to slam the dart in melee.
So what you're seeing is a long metal tube that has like kind of a glass window in each side that looks like a tube is like inserted into it. It's got like a long injector needle, and inside you can see the nanites that you're very familiar with yokai using, swirling with kind of this red energy wrapped in them, and you almost feel like when you look at it for a second that you see the face of a dragon like kind of rolling through it.
Sick.
Damn, jeez.
Damn. Well, I hope I do this thing justice, because Balder charges this thing, and he's going to jump right on top of it and just jam it on and grab his sword if he's successful enough. But, hey, if he loses the sword, he loses the sword.
Well, take that setup action. What is this? You have a reroll. Don't forget that. But what does setup give you? Increased effect or bonus dice?
It depends on what it is. In this case, it depends on what you're going to be doing to give him a setup. You would just burn one edge and give him a bonus dice. Probably would be the most usual way that you do that.
Well, giving him my item.
Mm-hmm. Kind of facilitated the roll.
Yeah, pretty much.
Item usually has to do with like effect, I'd say most of the time. So yeah, I think I'll use that reroll. Don't feel like dying quite yet, so reroll. Barely better, but better.
So we see you leaping through the air, kind of like diagonally down the stairwell as it's like, and as it like turns to like slam its two forearms around you, we can just see Balder snapping this thing into it, the auto injectors kicking in, and like very quickly we see the creature like begin to wither and decay from there, like turning to ash. Instantly, like, you're probably gonna fall to your death unless you can do something about it, because you are in midair above the stairwell. So unless Yokai can save you.
Ooh, well, I could do a little, I mean, can I roll to resist? Or
Resisting
Parkour.
would be saving yourself by like grabbing onto the side or something, not taking a 4th level harm. Yeah, definitely.
All right, yeah. Yeah, I'll roll a little resist. If that is that reducing it from 4th to 3rd?
We're gonna say it's gonna be reducing it from a total of 4th to 2nd.
4th to 2nd?
Yeah.
Toss in a little bit of armor as well.
Okay.
I want to. I want to stay healthy enough for a while. Things are gonna get hairier, so.
Nice.
Oh hey, that ain't too bad.
That's really nice.
All right, so
1st level harm of Bahir'd.
just about the only thing I think I can do is use my climbing tools to pull you up from the side.
I mean, you could just pull him up with your hand at this point.
I'll do that. I will pull you up as best I can. I'll struggle because I'm not big and I am not strong. I am just mouthy like I am, like a chihuahua. So I'll pull you up, Baldur. Thanks for not dying on me.
I'm not ready yet. It's a nice little dart.
Yeah, Freak's an interesting character. Or Traveler, I mean, is an interesting character.
I'll say that
Freak's
because you rolled a 6 on that resist, you were able to save your sword.
Yeah! We'll tuck it back into its sheath and... Alright. Let's still move quickly, but a little less in danger.
Thank you, Maui, for the Axiom Burn. Much appreciated. Increased effect.
Ooh, booyah. Thank you.
So you can see the top of the stairwell is like 2 floors from where you are now. It would be letting you out on the 10th floor. About the same floor that your friends would be at this point.
I wanted to see on our map where the blips of, if we could see where Nirvana and Damocles are in relativity to us. That's what my curiosity was.
It looks like they would be coming out at this point of the elevator shaft right down the hall from where you guys would be coming up the stairwell.
All right. Yeah, so we'll just keep moving so we can meet with them. I'll come over comms and say, wait for us. We're almost there.
All right. How's Nirvana doing? Like, is he back to normal? I know he's like not got the freaky face and everything, but I'm still keeping an eye on him because that's pretty disturbing.
Yeah, that really hurt.
Yeah, I would say he's in a bit of a cold sweat. The wards are holding up. You can actively feel something trying to press them away.
That's not good. I'll come over the comms and tell Yokai and Baldur. There is a very powerful possessing presence here. We need to move quick because my wards will not last forever.
You just figuring that out, pretty boy?
Oh, there's evil, then there's evil, then there's other evil. It's a possessing presence. This is particularly nasty.
Oh yeah, their supernatural grid looks like a giant lightning rod from the center of, I don't know, the pits of fucking hell. This whole building's lit up like insanity. You remember that painting from 1,000,000 years ago that's like all the stairs and stuff? Craziest grid I've ever seen in my life, dude. Looks just like that. Nothing goes anywhere, but there is a big shining light, and it is not something that really makes me feel good. Kind of wanted to puke a little bit. It's given me very Magus vibes. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Sure do.
I think it's at this point the stairwell door would open up down the hall to where our 4 heroes are reunited finally after the horrible, horrible instance of ingress.
Right.
And I think that that's probably the ideal spot for us to take a break. So,
Ooh, awesome. I need a bio pretty bad. Thanks.
good deal. Don't go anywhere, anybody. We're going to take a quick 5 to 10. We'll be right back with more.
Goodbye.
folks. Welcome back to the finale. I hope that you are ready to see things go maybe a little bit sideways. We'll see. We'll see how our players do. Thank you, Natalie, my lovely wife, bringing me wine.
Nice. Is this a wine part of the game? Is that where we're at?
We are. We are at the wine part.
Well, I've got tea, so we'll see how the wine goes later, maybe.
This so buttery. You are at the bottom of the top here. There are 10 floors, and there's the very roof. You can tell from the mapping that Yokai was able to rustle up, there is a large portion of power that is being redirected to the roof. Damocles, you can feel through every cell in your body that a unparalleled source of magic is coming from the same exact location.
Awesome.
It's as if they're connected. Not literally like, oh, one is powering the other. It's as if it's the same source.
Ooh. Don't like that any.
No, I really don't like it. So, I think we're here in the place that we're supposed to be, and it's not tea time. So, what's the plan? What are we doing?
Is it like a, what is that one thing? The Large Hadron Collider where you have to set it off or it kills everybody?
I hope that's not what the Large Hadron Collider does.
Oh, okay.
I really do too, because that means that your fiance is the supervillain.
Right?
Well, I'm pretty sure on the other side of that door is the same thing that's been on the other side of every door that we've had to open this entire list of ventures that we decided to go on together as a band of heroes, or whatever they say in the books they write for children. But how do we want to do this? Like, are we just gonna kick the fucking door in and say, fuck you, you're not cool, fuck you, we're out? Or are we gonna try to keep sneaking? Like, what's the plan of attack here?
Can't unplug the machine.
It's not just a machine, it's something more than that. It's spiritual in nature as well.
Absolutely, I saw it. Pretty lights, terrible feeling.
Now is not the time, Warden. I'm threatening the world right now, buddy.
Oh, Wody.
Bonus dog. Hell yeah. Damocles is pretty straightforward. He wants to, let's get this done, get this over with. Hit it with a full frontal. It's not a wise plan. Like, just out of character, that's just not a smart plan. But that's the character.
Definitely not a smart plan, but it's the only plan we got. So, Beefcake 1 and 2, kick the door down, and we'll bring up the rear.
I don't know. I could also be in the front.
All right, kick the door down.
I can't kick the door down though.
I could probably find a place to shoot from.
Yeah, front and center like the rest of us. You need to hang out with us, kid.
All right. Gears up his arm and just punches in the door.
Here we go!
There's a resounding crunch as the metal flies off its hinges and inward. The door slams into a translucent field about halfway through the room and turns to atoms. Behind this shimmering blue field, you can see an array of mages. And in the very center of them...
An array?
Array of mages, like they are aligned in a pattern with their arms interlinked. It's like dozens of them.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. Just not a big fan.
Totally fair.
Fuck.
In the very center of them, I am sharing with you what you folks are able to see. Oh, where'd you go? Is it not working? Oh, come on now. Okay, well, I've tried to find a picture, and for whatever reason, Fantasy Grounds isn't working, but that's okay, because chat wouldn't be able to see it anyway. You see an obelisk. This obelisk is covered in this greenish-blue kind of coruscating glyphs that ascend up to the very top of it. In the center of this obelisk, it appears to be an Asharian stairwell, this kind of interior space that's a fold of space, stairwells that lead to walls with more stairwells. This break in space-time in front of your very eyes is utterly, I mean, to put it mildly, it's uncomfortable to look at. To spell it out for you, it makes you feel the worst sense of wrongness that you've ever probably felt in your entire lives. And you see that the sky is open to you here. The atrium that this room was is completely just open. The windows are retracted. The roof is kind of pulled back. And high above, as if it's coming from the blackness of space itself, is a smog, black, and inky dark. The clocks have been laid out before you folks. For those in chat.
Center 10, Cloudburst, and Spire of Hate.
In the very center of, or rather out of the very center of this obelisk, shifts out a robed individual. High pointy hat. You all recognize this instantly as Magos.
You have come this far, only to die at the end of the world. I hope whatever peace your sepulchre grants you is utter annihilation, for what I bring bears eternal torment. Prepare yourselves, saints. This is the end.
What do y'all do?
Okay.
Fuck you. That's what I do. That's what I say. Fuck that guy.
I'm not gonna hold anything back. We're just gonna rock him with some lightning.
Yeah, do it. Kill him.
Hopefully.
All right. So you are going to be coming at this from a risky, limited effect.
Okay.
He is warded out.
Great.
Ass.
Great. I have a fine spell focus.
Okay.
And I'm also going to utilize some reagents. We're going to say that I've got a pocket full of bitter ash and salt, denaturing, kind of stabilizing elements that I cast into the air as I brandish my tangled silver spell focus and channel an ass ton of fucking lightning into this guy.
Hell yeah, that's going to take it from limited to great.
Cool. Risky. Great. Push myself. And yeah, that looks like it.
Okay.
Risky, great. Push.
Okay.
3
dice.
dice. Yep. Anything else we got? Looks like no. Yeet! Oh god damn it, no. Fuck.
Can I give it my reroll?
Oh god. My limbs! I needed those!
Do you still have your reroll?
You can give him your reroll. Wait, yeah, do you still have your reroll? Did you use it already?
Yeah. Klaus and I have used ours, but you two still have yours.
Sol elected to not have one.
Mine, so
Alright. Let's see those dice again. Oh, that's not them. I need one more. I'll just yeet it on here. So that would be a partial. Better than a failure. I'll take it.
So what does it look like when you strike out at this guy with lightning?
With the reagents in play and with the spell focus,
Ooh.
it
Sale says take a bonus die and roll that one.
Alright.
Thank you, Sale.
Oh, that was painful to watch.
Teased it.
Oh man.
It's still good. It's still good. Yeah, the what it looks like is with the reagents and everything in play, you know, the lightning blasts out and just knocks all of this salt and ash away in almost a geometric kind of shape, almost like there's a glyph that hangs in the air as the ash and salt gets just shattered by the lightning, and it races up towards the obelisk and this mage.
Sick. So that's definitely 2 ticks onto Magos as the lightning bolt does exactly as you said and comes screaming at him straight in the chest. Magos, being the asshole that he is, grabs this bolt of lightning and redirects it with his body into the obelisk. We can see as it strikes around it, it begins to supercharge it, and a bolt of red-green lightning arcs straight off the tip and into the sky, into those clouds of inky blackness that surge forwards. And you can see that it is enough to... You're really only seeing like the first bit of it, and you can't really tell how much of it there is because it's literally like night sky behind it. But from what you're seeing now, it's like, oh fuck, that might be enough to block out the whole fucking sky. So that's going for you. That's nice.
Not a fan of that, actually.
Yeah, I wouldn't be either.
I think with the momentum of Soul's lightning, I'm gonna try to get a sneak shot on him. Maybe he's distracted. I don't know.
You're starting at 0 effect.
That's not fun.
Yeah, magic gets you to limited, but if you're using physical weapons of war, that's a 0 effect. You're gonna need some stuff to make up the difference.
Okay.
Break the circle.
What about the others? Are they able to be shot?
If you can get through the ward,
I could
if you
shoot
can get through the ward, it's a killing field for someone like you.
I run at them. I run through the ward. That's it.
You're gonna try to run through the ward. Okay.
I'm warded too, so we're gonna go like what is the force field thing that they go You know,
I'm not
like
gonna lie to
against
you.
each other.
You saw that door turn to dust. This would be a very reckless thing to do.
Oh, okay. So the ward doesn't protect me from being obliterated.
It might help a little bit. It might turn it from a 4th level harm to a 3rd level harm, no matter what happens.
Ouch.
You need to level up your ward.
Hey, it protected your brain and your possessed body. What do you want from me, man?
Nirvana, wait a minute before you do that. I have a thing I want to try to do.
Okay.
Might help you get through. Mr. World, I have some beautiful, lovely cultists who worship an ancient technological dragon of awesomeness, right? And I also have a bonus to command these cultists to my rolls. So my thought is to, if
Cohort
this is
roll?
how allow it, to call to them to have them counteract the spells of the other, lesser magi, so that ward can get broke and we can get through.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do in that case is Instead of having it be a cohort roll, I would have you make a command roll to command your cohort to do this. They are a tier 2, so we're going to be taking that from a limited effect to standard.
Okay, and risky or desperate?
This is pretty desperate. You just kicked in the front door.
And I have a bonus effect from the audience, so that'll kick me up to great, right?
Nice. Thank you, Maui.
Do that. Yeah. All right. Success.
So, what does it look like?
So, having them already previously in position outside of the building and kind of like circled around. It's not a small cult, but it's not a massive one, but enough that they could get in some pinnacle points around the building. I'll make the call out to the top accolade, and they will start a chant to counter spell, essentially just that. So their chant will, their magic will counteract the magic of the lesser mages.
The technological part of the ward, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. And so hopefully we aren't going to get obliterated trying to get through it.
Wonderful. Yeah, so you can see that shimmer to the kind of like dome of blue light around it just shuts off. There's this kind of taste of like iron in the air for a second, and the blue is still there, but it does look substantially less scary, Nirvana.
I think Nirvana will take the time to rush in and try to chop down as many as he can.
Okay, so that was going to be 1, 2, 3 ticks on Spire of Hate for that success there for shutting down the ward. If you can get a really good roll here, Jihan, you could potentially just get in there and start killing everybody.
Okay, so he's going to run in like a Beyblade from hell, you know, using his omnidirectional skeleton with his monowire, just spinning through them.
Give it to him, dude.
And I'm gonna push myself here.
You are probably gonna be taking at least a first level harm unless you get a crit, in which case you will be taking no harm from the field, and we will say that you were fast enough that Damocles' ward just protected you from any and all of the harm.
So I'll use my skeleton, my monowire, and I'll push myself for this one.
Okay, so we are going from standard to great to extreme effect.
Is it,
and then you have 1 bonus die for pushing yourself.
Is it desperate?
Definitely.
So would that be like a prowl, or would it be like my prowl?
Oh no, my internet's being wonky. What's that?
My prowling here.
Let's see here. Prowling indicates stealth. I would say that you are going to be stealthy at first, so for this one, I will get you prowl. If you don't finish it right now, then the next one prowl would be with a big disadvantage.
And I'll burn my my scout then if I'm coming in.
Okay. Another bonus die. The Spire of Hate is going to be shut down. Wonderful work, Nirvana. Paint us a picture.
So Nirvana sees his chance with the help of the mages outside. He doesn't waste any time. He just blasts off, just like spinning like a ballerina, you know, just like cue the music and just rush through and take down as many. It's like a Kill Bill movie, just like blood everywhere. You know?
Yeah, awesome. So you are going to be taking a first level harm, and also the ward that Damocles cast on you is going to be broken at this point. The overload from passing through the field, you are getting glyph burn. That is the cause of the harm. And as you say, you paint the inside of this thing red. We can see blood like splashing over the obelisk, like beginning to like pool on the ground as you're just like using this monowire to quite literally cut through people, turn yourself around at impossible angles with your omnidirectional skeleton, and just make mincemeat of these poor folks. Wonderful work, Nirvana.
Could I use the maple medicine?
To reduce that harm further? Yes, you can.
Yeah. Let's go, dude.
Well,
Good
as he
job.
does that and the shield goes down, Balder is going to look at Damocles as Balder is putting on these like electrified brass knuckles that lock into his robotic arms.
Oh, hell yeah.
And looking at Damocles, he goes, "You got one more of those lightnings in you?
I got a few more.
Time it just right." And Balder is going to he'll say time it just right and point to the brass knuckles, and he is going to charge Magos. And I would like to do a little flashback as he's charging and everything.
Ooh.
Just a little spend a little edge, but he's going to be talking in the flashback to the surgeon who installed like the upgrades to his newly upgraded robotic arms to level 2 and stuff. And he's saying, "I need you to take out the limiters." And they go, we took out the limiters and everything, you know, you were able to hit so hard you damaged your arm. And he goes, "All the limiters." To which they're like, "If you overexert and punch just a little wrong, it could crush your own bones." It's like, and he goes, "Yeah." And that's what
Okay,
I'd like to
bro.
offer for a Dragon's deal, to where if this is not successful, I think it could deal catastrophic damage to Balder.
Yeah, I love that. That's beautiful. Wonderful, wonderful picture you painted for us, Klaus.
Can I throw a flashback on there? Do you want a little bit more boost to that, Klaus? Like, because I got an idea.
I would love it.
Spicy.
So, other flashback. Prior to this, knowing where we're going and the likely nasty shit that we're going to deal with, I would have liked a flashback with Balder and doing a little bit of retrofitting on the cybernetics.
Oh yeah.
So the idea here is we're talking back and forth trying to figure out solutions for this. We both know that you're the type that's going to rush in at the end of things and absolutely put a smash on things. What if we set this up ahead of time as a possible planned out move, and on the inside and outsides of your hand we've carved these very minute glyphs to help channel that lightning and drag it right to your fist at the right time.
Ooh, that's awesome.
I love it.
How much stress is that going to cost me on the flashback?
You're also doing a setup action for it, so it's only going to be one.
Cool. Probably want to have me roll that setup action with the lightning first before we get
Yeah.
Klaus's roll.
That would be a good idea.
We're going to push. What's my what's my position?
It's pretty desperate to strike your friend with lightning, even though he's got the channeling wards on it. We'll take that from desperate to risky.
Okay. And what's my effect?
You are going to be doing this at great effect.
Okay. Pushed myself. Got my dice. Here we go. 3 dice. Let's go.
Nice.
Good time for a 6. The other 2 dice, I'm not going to talk to you ever again. You can fade into digital obscurity, never to be rolled ever again. That's 6, though.
That's all you needed. Balder? Damocles?
All right.
Well, yeah, Balder, roll the roll first, and then we'll have both of you guys paint us the picture.
Yeah, I'm have to assume desperate. What's my effect with all this stuff going on? I've got my
Extreme.
all right. Got everything going into this. As many dice as I could squeeze out.
Did you count the bonus die from the team action?
I think so, yeah. Because I had basically 2 bonuses from that, right? Like,
Don't you have a reroll?
He used
no, I
it.
used it.
Yes.
We used all the rerolls.
Oh no.
Oh
I knew
no.
what I was getting into. I knew how this could go.
Oh man.
Still gonna get 2 ticks on there because it is an extreme. It is an extreme effect. Paint us a picture, please, and I'll tell you where it goes wrong.
Balder is just charging in as fast as he can, and he like brings his arm back, and you see parts of this arm like shift, spin, open up, pistons like setting and locking in place. The whole thing is just going extreme and vibrating as he gets up there and swings forward to just punch as hard as he possibly can.
There's this sound as your fist impacts something. And, well, it's a sound like metal breaking and torsioning and twisting in all the wrong
I hate that sound. I
ways.
hate that sound.
There's a violent explosion through the air of white hot, like plasma from the lightning that was overcharged in your system. And we can see Baldur's entire upper half as like in the slow-mo fade. There's this like blinding white. Baldur's upper half just completely shredded. You're going to be taking 4th level harm here of atomized. Unless you'd like to resist.
Well, I've got another armor slot to use up, and I will roll some body to resist.
Mm.
Sure, that roll gets a 5. Nice.
2nd level harm of twisted torso. We can see bent backwards on the ground 20 feet below Magos. He holds a scepter made of pure platinum, glittering with this gold orb set in the middle that is what he used to stop you.
Mm.
And down the very center of it, where your fist landed, we can see the slightest sliver of a crack. He stands over you, his staff channeling everything that you just threw at him, and he's about to just bring it down square on Baldur. What do you folks do?
I'm intervening.
What do you do, Nirvana?
I use my high jump legs to make it there quick as lightning, and
Okay.
Try to take the scepter away from him.
You're just gonna wrestle it out of his hands?
Or
That's a
maybe
Chad. That's a Chad move. I like it.
That's desperate.
What is that?
Desperate, 0 effect.
Probably a fight move, or
Yeah. He's definitely going to see you coming.
And I push myself there. And I'm taking a devil's bargain. Okay.
I'm all ears.
If I don't get a success, I get hit by the scepter instead.
Okay. You can take a bonus die for that.
Sorry, friends.
Han's luck.
Right?
Paint us a picture, buddy. How do you get up there?
So as I'm going through all the mages, I see what's happening, and I run towards the wall and do like a ricochet off the wall, and do like a what do those astronauts do in space, where they do little spinning moves in there. And I hold my hand out to try to catch it while it's coming down.
In the nick of time, you grab it, and just your momentum wrenches you free from his grip.
Well fucking done.
As you continue over the battlefield and land on the opposite side of the roof, skidding to a halt, we can see a little cloud of dust kicked up from your feet, and just a few yards from your position, the sheer drop of the edge of the building. Above, these clouds are roiling as if they're kind of stuck where they are. And the Magos is more angry than he has ever been before. He looks to you, Nirvana, looks down to Balder, over to Damocles, and then to Yokai. And he pulls a golden knife from between the folds of his cloak, twists it around, and aims it square at his heart. He says, "Fuck you. I win." And jams the blade home.
Oh no, I want to roll a protect action. I'll protect him.
You're gonna try to stop him?
I mean, I will if no one else will.
Well, I would like to take a flashback.
Flashback?
Yeah, I would like to take a flashback because I have a bound AI, right? And I have friends that have cybernetics, and I know we're going into the end of the fucking world, so I may have pulled some bullshit on the side and tell them. Which is why I wanted Balder to go with me in the first place, because when we were gambling in our downtime, I had gifted him this nice new golden watch that was all shiny and sparkly on the outside, and I was like, yo, buddy, this is something I gifted to you because, thanks for being a friend, yada yada. But what you didn't know is that it had my own personal brand of chaos into it to jack your cybernetics if I need to. Releasing the bound spirit AI that I took from the military base into your cybernetics for one last-ditch effort to blow this guy's brains out with your fist. Punch his face off.
Oh shit.
And I will spend whatever money I need to, because I've got a lot, and how much edge am I taking?
We're gonna call that 2 edge.
Alright.
Alright, well, hey, I mean, I blew up one arm. I still got a lefty, kind of.
Oh my god.
So where Balder is laying currently with this Magos floating above him, we can kind of see through the shaky cam as if it's his perspective recoiling from that gnarly blow, like a patch or something on your side, wherever it is that you would keep it, maybe in your coat pocket, I don't know. Wherever it is that you would keep it, we get the camera pan to that. This is gonna fuck you up. For good. You might not be you if you use this afterward.
Doesn't matter. Give it my all. Balder would probably, as he's twitching there and everything, just kind of mutter, "Lived long enough." And he is going to try and... Is he able to get up there and just deal a fucking punch no?
You would need somebody to give you a setup action, definitely, here. Somebody to get you into position or get him down into punching range.
I can do that. I can do that with a quickness, actually. This is going to suck, but there is a spell called Gravity that allows me to temporarily take control over gravity in an area. What I'm going to do is, as he's trying to take the knife and jam it into himself, I'm going to create just an immediate drag down so that he's jerked, like his hands are jerked forwards and away from him, and bringing him also closer to Balder. Of course, since that's a point of gravity, it's also going to bring Balder up for that really, really nice, clean, soaring uppercut. Let's go here. This is not going to be pleasant. There we go. And push myself. Desperate.
Yeah.
Effect.
Great.
Do I have anything else I can use? No. Alright. Let's see. 3 dice. I said 3 dice. There we go. Oh, thank God.
Oh.
That was a clean hit, not a crit, but we'll take it. That's my setup for you, bud. Use it to your best.
So we can see as he goes, "Fuck you, I win." He begins to plunge the blade in, and then just suddenly gets like forced downward by like his hands themselves. And at that same moment, we can see Balder like getting up. What is it when you activate this AI? When you let this AI take over your cybernetics?
I'll leave that yokai.
Yeah, because
How
I
does it
didn't
look?
tell you. Yeah, I didn't tell you that I was hijacking you because it was either it's like a boon, right? Like a last ditch effort, like things are going sideways, we're all gonna die if one of us doesn't die sort of situation, similar to Balam, right? So you'll just hear on the comms Project Panther engage, and I'll say to Balder, "See you on the other side," because I'll still catch you in the grid, buddy. You just might not be your regular self. And then you'll just feel this like surge come through all of your cybernetics and things, and you aren't you in the driver's seat. You see and feel some very different digital demonic craziness, but like a friendly kind of one, right? Kind of. Yeah, like friendly to you because, he's in your body, but not friendly to anything else in his general vicinity, which is the Magus currently at this point.
Yeah, I think we can actually hear the cybernetics themselves like overcharging and like groaning and screaming in position as Balder just like mechanically rotates himself upwards, piloted onwards by this demon. Like everything's kind of alight and glowing within him. We can see like the terminal cells and junction points within his like broken, twisted up frame just like burning so hot that the skin is searing and scorching. Make that roll, buddy.
All right. Gonna push myself. Do I have any bonus die from all this stuff going on?
Yeah.
Let's see. All right. And effect?
You're at extreme.
Eh.
Paint us a picture, please.
I think that this thing like stands up, burning hot. The broken hanging remains of the other arm are like on the side, and you just see it grab the right arm and rip it off. And then you see the left arm like break apart, start wildly assimilating that into this like jagged claw, and the moment this guy comes down, it just thrusts up right through him. And as these elongated fingers composed of both arms go through, just crunch down.
Fuck, that was so cool. Hell yeah. There's a shower of blood and gore, everything exploding over you, an unholy arcane force wrapping itself around this twisted demonic frame as this blue-white light wraps around you in midair. We can see this well of gravity suspending everything as if it's in slow motion. At the very same time, the Spire of Hate fractures with one final green stroke of lightning into that black cloud above. As the smoke dissipates and begins to fade up into the sky, there's a roll of thunder and a peal of lightning. And an eye opens over the place of the sun. A halo of green light beating down on the top of this skyscraper so high above the city. We can see the gaze of an outer god itself, kept from entering this world by your deeds here today. Well done, guys. Well done.
Oof. I thought we were going to phase 2 of the boss fight. I'm like, where's the boss music? Oh god, no.
I was ready for it, but that was fantastic on y'all's part. Y'all did it.
Clutch.
I'm not gonna fake a fucking phase 2 if there's no reason for it.
Clutch from Huli and Klaus. Mad props.
That was awesome, you guys. Good shit. That was a pretty fucking fun finale.
Mm-hmm.
Whew. Well, I haven't had to end one of my own shows yet, so I don't really know how this goes. Thank y'all for playing. This was a lot of fun. I came in with like almost no expectations because I was like, I'm gonna suck at this, but I'm just gonna roll with it and try to make it as fun as I can. And I hope it was fun for you guys because I enjoyed the shit out of the house.
Oh, hell yeah, I had a blast.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, you guys. I appreciate it. Well, I think let's do shout-outs. If you want to tell people what you think your character would do at the end of this, I would love that. I would love to hear what becomes of your characters. Whoever wants to start us off, please tell people who you are, where you can be found, and the future of your character.
Yeah, if I can jump in here.
Sure.
For the epilogue, first, let's just hit the epilogue. What I'd really like to see is Damocles and Yokai actually having an odd couple relationship where they bicker, they fight, they argue about technology and magic, but they forge this new path betwixt and between, harnessing cybernetic demons, liberating them, attaching wards to circuits, and kind of forging a new path forwards. With grudging respect and admiration between the both of them. What do you think, Huli?
Yeah, I was thinking along the lines of that, and also, we lost Balder, right? Balder is DED. Alright, so, assuming that Balder liked his friends more than he liked his cohorts, and he left, the casino to us, we would have...
Oh, I have plans for that. You'll hear what you're getting.
Yeah. So... assuming we moved operations into a different location and things like that, yeah, that was pretty much where I was headed to. Regardless of what's going on, we have seen and done too much to go opposite directions, and we know more of the evils of the world than we really thought we were going to or wanted to. So I'm down with it.
I like it. And as for the outro for myself, I'm Soul. You can find me everywhere as Souls Rolls. I've got Twitter, I've got Twitch, I've got a webpage. I write health and wellness and gaming blog stuff on the website, soulsrolls.com. Everywhere online, I do try and keep a positive attitude and keep boosting up the community, so keep a lookout for that. And it was a fantastic pleasure, Derek. Deeply thank you for killing my first character and letting me come back with a second. It has been a great time being on the edge of my seat, worrying about exactly what evil shit is going to crawl out of the ductwork or the elevator shaft, as it seems like I am doomed to always be attacked in elevators now.
They're a great place
yeah,
to attack somebody, you know? They've only got one place to go.
2, but the other one's not so great. Down with a quickness is no fun. But yeah, it's been great. I really love the setting that you've built. I love the darkness here, and I'd like to talk to you more about it sometime. I think this is a really cool thing, man.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. That means a whole lot for me, a whole lot to me coming from you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for playing. Thank you for returning to the channel. Can't wait to do more stuff with you in the future. And you're one of my best homies in the space, so I'm really happy to play with you, man. Let's pivot over to Yokai, their background, their epilogue, and Huli, where people can find you as well.
Yeah, so Yokai's pretty much gonna be hanging out with Damocles, talking shit all the time, doing those things. Hanging out with Nirvana occasionally. Not quite as much, as Nirvana's kind of gone off the deep end a little bit with the being angry at Harrison still. So, emotional attachments, things like that. Getting away from that is good for me. As far as Huli in the real world, I'm just Huli in all the places of Heroes and Hooligans and my friends. Been a freaking blast. Thanks for letting me noob at your table, Derek.
Dude,
awesome.
hell yeah.
Best. Great show. I have I'm on my second character too. My first one died by my own volition, but happy to have done such.
Was a good way to go.
It's been a good story and it's a good setting, and I like the system too. So thanks for introducing me to something new, man.
Dude, hell yeah. Thank you for being here, Huli. Thank you so much. I'm so happy that I got to have you on a show. I want to do more with you in the future. You're such a treat to have at the table, and I'm so appreciative. Thank you. Thank you so much, dude. Jihan, my homie in the meat space. What's really good, dude?
For Nirvana, I imagine he'd stay in the same type of work. Probably like a masqueraded hero after all this. Maybe like a Robin Hood type, just giving back to the small people. He's lost a lot of friends. He's not going to let it happen again. So his new obsession is saving Seattle.
Very nice, dude. That's awesome. That's a nice end to it. And where can people find you, homie?
You can find me here at this channel or on Twitter at Hussein Jihan. Say hello if you want.
Awesome, dude. Well, thank you for being here, Jihan. I love you, bro. I'm so glad that we get to do this together, dude. I can't wait to do more. And we got Death Roll, laying waste to a whole realm space. No big deal. And the man of the hour, my best bloody here, Klaus.
Well, I think a little while after Baldur's end, who would have guessed Baldur would die? And especially with Damocles hanging around over his head, who's to say? But a little while afterwards, each of the people that he's been working with, Damocles, Yokai, Fixie, all of that, they would all receive sums of money from cash that he has put away and whatnot. Nirvana would be approached by a couple of his bodyguards and a lawyer who would pull him aside, and the lawyer would be giving him the paperwork to sign over the club to Nirvana with the attached note, "Hey kid, keep a real job on the side."
That's awesome. Does Nirvana take this gift and turn over a new leaf?
Oh yeah, he'll approach the gravestone of this old man, place down the scepter. He grabbed from the old Magus guy that might need this.
Beautiful. Beautiful, Nirvana. You're gonna make me cry.
And yeah, that is it for Dear Baldur. He is gone. But I'm here, and I'm Klaus, the Dungeon Noob's Guide on YouTube. You can catch my videos there, and I teach people how to play games, teach them about different tools, VTTs, stuff like that, to make games more accessible. And sometimes I'm on Twitter, but probably not. So
Totally good. Well, thank you, Klaus. Thank you for returning to Friday stream. I really appreciate it, man. I cannot wait to hopefully get to do more stuff with you. Pathfinder that you ran for us, I was bragging to Huli about how much fun I had with that. So I hope that we can do more stuff together in the future, and I really look forward to it, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you. This was a wonderful, wonderful time.
Thanks, buddy. All right.
Hey, Derek.
What's up, dog?
Tell us what happens in the world afterwards. Like, we told you what.
Hell yeah.
You tell us what the world is doing.
I would love to. So, the day is won, but the war wages on. In secret, in shadow, the orders of dawn and dusk continue their secret engagements. The outer god that was going to be brought into here, what did I deign to name this being? It is the Breaker of Sequences, was not allowed to manifest. So effectively what you guys did quash was a full-scale incursion of an outer god, the size of the sky, that would have very easily started destroying Seattle. And you guys completely circumvented that. Nobody here will even really know of Baldur's sacrifice except for the people that were involved. The world will continue to turn, people will continue to go to work and suffer under late-stage capitalism turned up to 11 here in Seattle, as they do pretty much everywhere else in the world. But hope is not lost. The Order of Dusk, onward they fight, bringing in more people, new saints to replenish their fallen, and to honor the sacrifices of those that came before them. A new batch of recruits, I guess is what you would call them, a new order of saints has founded themselves here in a very ramshackle and rundown old subway system. We can see a spray-painted, battered old wolf's head on the front of a car, an old holodeck getting booted up for the first time, and a new bunch of folks coming in to make a difference. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you so much for everything. Honestly, it's kind of overwhelming that anybody gives a shit about anything that I ever want to do. So the fact that we consistently have people here in chat that are not only like showing up but invested in what's going on, giving souls, resubbing, everything, I really don't know how to express my gratitude to all of you individually, but thank you from the bottom of my very full heart. I really genuinely do appreciate all of you. I got nothing more to say. We're gonna raid into Heroes and Hooligans, so stick around for that. Let's make some noise when we get over there. Share the love. But thank you, and I love you, and I will see you tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. Central Standard Time for Booty, Revenge of the Demon King, a D&D 5e adventure. See you guys. Bye, everybody.